Cristiano Ronaldo was questioning the mentality of your players. Do you think he's got a point?
Not really, mate. Not considering what's happened so far this season. Yeah, you could pick out certain moments at the start of the season and from when Ronaldo last had his interview. But let's not forget the transformation from the summer, the players that have been shipped out of Manchester United. We've had a bad start, but surely mentality comes from dealing with a bad start. And now I would ask the same question again. What about where Manchester United are now? How have we recovered from that bad start? And being 2 points off second in the league, from them highlights there for Manchester City game, I just look at it a different way now and think the structure is starting to build and it's going to take time. But again, I just don't agree with everything he's saying there. I think it is going back a little bit to that 3 year ago interview as well with Piers Morgan, to be honest.
Well, what do you think's changed in those 3 years then since he did that?
Well, you remember back to that last interview that he did. He was moaning about the facilities at Carrington, the facilities at Old Trafford. Manchester United have not moved forward. And since that interview, Manchester United have got a brand new state-of-the-art training ground. That's changed since Ineos came in. An executive section's been moved from the Stretford end, and now there's a better atmosphere in the Stretford end. Manchester United's recruitment team has been completely transformed since that interview the first time around. We've got better football structure in place. It's going to take time for that to actually bear fruit, but the club has moved on since that first interview. It seems very similar to the original one, to be honest. I didn't know that Piers Morgan was actually doing an interview with Cristiano Ronaldo until I seen a question being asked about Manchester United. And obviously, they're your headline hunters right there, aren't they, them questions? And again, I just look at where we are now. It's completely different. And there are elements still there. Yes, some performances you would ask the question about the mentality, but it is definitely more positive and it is changing.
I tend to agree with it, what you're saying there, to be honest. I thought, look, when you do an interview with Piers Morgan, you know what you're going to get, right? You're getting headlines. He knows exactly what he's doing when he's going to Ronaldo. He's going to ask him about Man United. Yeah. I think Ronaldo's been away from Man United. He's been out, playing football in Saudi Arabia. He don't know what's going on inside the football club right now. And I think he's still looking at Man United from 3 years ago. And I agree with you. I think they have tried to move on. I think they are trying to change their mentality. And yeah, some of them still ain't quite good enough to play for Man United, ain't quite good enough to be at the level of what we expect from, one of the biggest clubs in the world. But recently, what I've seen from them, actually, they've been all right. And they do look like there's a bit of a turning point, maybe.
What's the Manchester United fans' relationship with Cristiano Ronaldo like these days?
I think I was heavily criticised for my opinion of Cristiano Ronaldo when he originally had this interview, because if you remember it, we were playing Spurs and Cristiano Ronaldo walked off the pitch before the game had finished. And for me as a fan, I don't care who you are, if you walk off that pitch, no matter what's going on it, by the way, United were winning at that point as well. If you walk off the pitch and leave your teammates behind, I don't care. That is not acceptable at any level, no matter how big a legend you are. So that was my opinion then. I think a lot of water has gone under the bridge since then. He's always going to be classed as one of the world's greatest players, and I think he does truly believe that Manchester United have fallen and he has got the club at his heart. And I think every single fan looks at what he said about the ownership and the structure in exactly the same way. He was speaking like a bit of a fan back 3 years ago, but it's 3 years on, and we need to move past players like Cristiano Ronaldo and now. It's a new era at Manchester United, and we are trying to get ourselves back up and running again. Ronaldo will just be one of them great players at the football club and one of the greatest players that ever played the game. And that's about it, really, for me.
Well, you're definitely on better form now. How confident are you about the Tottenham game on Saturday?
A fight for second place, it would seem, this weekend. I would say this game between United and Spurs this weekend I think he's going to show which team possibly has got the better chance of being in Europe. I think just before the international break, both teams, Spurs obviously got the win through the week after a bad performance against Chelsea. United's resurgence and form, he's back on. It's a 50-50 game and probably one of the most difficult ones to pick a result out of this weekend by a mile. And I just think whoever comes out of it will probably get a massive boost going into the busy festive fixtures coming up after the next international break. I honestly cannot call this game because of how both teams' seasons have gone so far.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't remember what you said last time you were on about where you see you finishing this season. I know, a lot of the the fans, well, our neutrals' opinions have changed throughout the season. What did you say last time, and what do you think is achievable?
I was on with Jay last time and a Liverpool fan, Tom, and it was a question of who's the bigger club.
That's right.
And I said,
right.
I was a bit gutted.
Yes.
I was a bit gutted that I didn't get a chance to come back on after the Liverpool game, to be honest. But I did say, look, Manchester United going into the Liverpool game straight off the international break again was a free hit for Amorim. He took advantage of that. I thought he played onto Liverpool's frailties well with his tactics. And moving forward, I thought that was the game that really should set United off, and we have moved on from that again a little bit more. But I think looking at it, I would say 5th position is still gettable for Manchester United this season with no distractions of European football. I stand by that. I said it at the start of the season as well.